Давайте начнем.
I wish I could give up smoking.
Окей.
She wishes she had seen him at yesterday's party.
Мгм.
I wish I hadn't passed my driving test last Monday.
I wish I had passed. It's better to say.
Yes, sorry. I wish I had
Sorry.
passed my driving test last Monday. I
Okay,
wish I hadn't forgotten my friend's birthday yesterday.
Right.
The boy is sad. She wishes he hadn't broken the window. My aunt wished she had stayed at home last weekend.
Окей.
He wishes he knew something about cars.
Yeah, right.
I wish it were sunny.
Yeah, 9.
I wish it had been sunny during our picnic last Saturday.
Okay, 10.
She wished she lived in the Crimea.
Okay.
My friend wishes he hadn't done that last week.
Okay, 12.
I wish I had brought my camera last summer. I wish I could tell the future. Do you wish you had been in the
I don't think so. Just
you
all
were
the
been.
time, I think. You were. Yeah,
Do you
okay.
wish you were in the Guinness Book of Records? Some people wish they could appear on a TV game show and become famous.
Okay.
She often wished things were different.
Okay, right. So, and the next one we had 487. Okay. We can translate it first, and after that we'll try to make a sentence here.
К сожалению, они не будут возвращаться перед...
Не вернуться.
не вернуться перед Рождеством.
Как можем это сделать на русском сначала?
Как жаль, что они не вернутся к Рождеству. Получается, they wish, they wish, they returned before Christmas.
Returned before Christmas.
Returned before Christmas.
Okay.
Студенту было жаль, что он не выучил материал лучше, да.
И показал.
Да, плохие знания на экзамене. Получается, как жаль, нужно сделать как жаль, что он не выучил материал. Ладно, здесь понятно. The student wished.
The student wished, maybe it's like in the past.
Yes, the student wished. The student wished he had studied the material better and hadn't shown.
And shown.
And shown.
То есть мы не дублируем had два раза.
And shown such poor knowledge at the exam.
And shown maybe better knowledge at the exam.
Yes, better. Yes, better knowledge at the exam.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Number 3.
It's a pity that you didn't send for us last night. Как печально, что ты не отправился или не отправил нам.
Значит, как жаль, что ты не didn't send for us last night. Как жаль, что ты не отправил никого за нами прошлой ночью.
Не отправил никого.
Или не пошел сам, точнее, за нами прошлой ночью.
Я понял. I wish you. I wish you.
It was before.
Yes, I wish you had sent for us last night.
Okay, number 4.
It's pity, no, this is this.
Жаль, что ты не с нами.
I wish you were with us these days.
Okay, with us these days, okay.
What a pity they have physics. I wish you knew enough physics.
Right.
Yes. He wished he had enough time to finish his paper.
You're right.
I wish we were able to reach home before tea time.
Yes.
I am sorry. I wish I hadn't made I hadn't made yes I hadn't made you upset by telling you this news.
Okay, 9.
My friend wishes he had gone to university.
He had gone to university.
He had gone to university, yes.
Okay.
My friend wishes he had entered the university.
Okay, so we'll continue with your, just for example, 1 second. So healthy at 100.
Yes.
Years old. Okay, so have you read the story?
I read the story the week ago, so I don't remember some sections. So it will be better to listen to this section again.
Okay, it's not a problem. Just I can read it, or maybe you will.
I can read.
Okay,
yes.
It's not a problem. 1 second.
After we can discuss it. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a small story. That's why I think that we will just spend a few minutes or something like that on it. Okay.
Hello, this is Jane again. Welcome to our next lesson. This one is called Healthy at 100. Healthy at 100 is the name of a book by John Robbins. It's a fantastic book, very interesting, and the topic of this book is exactly what the title says. The topic of the topic of this book is how to be a healthy person at the age of 100, which seems kind of amazing to most people. How you be healthy, how you be strong, how you have can you have energy when you are 100 years old? And the answer is absolutely yes. Now, how did John Roberts write his book? It's very interesting. Well, what he did personally and then with his research assistants. He studied cultures, places in the world where large numbers of people live to be very old. But not only just live to be old, because if you live to be old but you are weak, that is not very fun. So he studied places that had a lot of very old people who were also very strong, very energetic, very healthy, very happy. There is a big difference if you are 90 years old and you are a nursing home and you are weak and sick and this is a terrible life. But if you are 90 years old and you are out running and you feel great, well, that is fantastic. And there are cultures like this, and there are also a lot of individual people like this. And when I say a lot, I don't mean a lot of percentage. It's a small percent of the human population, but still there are thousands of these kind of people. I don't know, maybe hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, I'm not sure what the exact number is. But you can find these people, you can find specific cultures where there are a lot of them, and then you can find individuals.
Okay, it's cool. So maybe we'll try to discuss this part of the story. So tell me please about this.
Ajay told us about some people at the age of 100 and who almost who almost have such an age. So and there are
at the age of this this number.
So there are some cultures of people who spend their time actively some kind of activities, physical activities. Yes. So
So what do you think, Jess? So there are a lot of people, just old people, I mean, just somewhere on different islands, like in Asia, for example, the Caucasus, or somewhere in Central America who are older than 100 years old. What is the main just thing? Why? Why can they live so much, for example?
It depends on food, for example. People can eat different kind of food. For example, Americans eat a lot of fast food, so they have troubles with excess of their weight. So they have a lot of problems with their health. For example, in some.
What about just environment, for example?
Yes, environment. There are big, noisy cities, and there are a lot of cars, a lot of smoke in the streets. So it depends. It influences for.
It influences.
Influences, yes, for their health and
on.
And yes, on. And people are suffered from it.
People suffer.
Yes, people suffer. Yes.
Okay, it's cool.
For example, in Ireland, yes, people usually eat some good food, vegetables, and some fruits. So they absorb a lot of vitamins, and with their health, everything is okay.
Yeah, I think so, absolutely. And I think that there is a lot of stress in big noisy cities. That's why when you're nervous all the time, it influences on your health. Absolutely. It determines it.
For example, today I watched some video about China. So old people who have age near 60 or 70 years old. In the video I saw how they
on the video, yes.
Oh yes, on video. Sorry, how they spent their free time on at the gym, for example, and some street made some.
Yeah, it's impossible here,
physical exercises, yes. And
absolutely.
It was very excited, yes.
And what do you think, just your opinion about this just situation? For example, what is more preferable for you, especially, just to live a very, not very short, but maybe like 50 years old or something like that, but very active life, or to live more and more like 100 years, but not very active? What is more preferable for you? Yes, I know it's a difficult question, I think so.
I don't know, but I hope I will live to 100 and I will be very active to this.
200 years, yeah. Why not?
No, not 200, 100. I mean, so and in this age, be very active. Yes.
Yeah, I think that maybe in the future we'll try to find. It will be
very cool. Yes.
Yeah, we'll try to find a way to live longer than now, for example, future. Yes, because the science and different things like this. Okay, so we'll continue.
And so John Robbins was curious about this, and he wanted to know why. Why do some people live strong, healthy?
Live strong.
Live strong, long, healthy, active, lives for a very, very long time.
In this situation, it's lives, because people live, it's a verb,
yes,
but lives, it's like a noun. Yes.
Makes sense. Why are some people so strong when they're older and live so much longer? And then other people. There are 60 years old, they are already tired and sick. What's the difference is what he wanted to know. And so he studied different groups. One of the groups were traditional people on the island of Okinawa, Japan. So we are not talking. Okinawa now has a lot of modern culture, a lot of American influence, and those people don't live so long. And they are not so healthy. But the kind of people who live in Okinawa in a traditional way, the way they always have for a very long time. Those people are very special. They live very long lives. and they are very strong and healthy. They are still working when they are 80 or 90 years old, working like on farms, like hard physical work. He studied another group of people in Pakistan, same thing. They lived to be 90, 100, over 100, and and the whole time they are working, doing heavy, hard physical work. It's pretty amazing. And they
Pretty
amazing, yes. And then another thing they did is they studied individual people.
Okay.
There are just certain people, for example, on my favorites. One of my favorite teachers. He is Dutch now, but I think he is a great example. I want to be like him. And his name is Paul Breck. Paul Breck was in America, one of the first people to start health food stores. He kind of started the health movement in America. He was one of the first people to start eating organic food, for example. Well, Paul Breck, he is so interesting. He died when he was, I believe, 96 years old. You know,
Okay.
That's pretty good itself. He lived to be
The same. Pretty.
sorry. That is pretty good itself. He lived to be 96, but here is cool part. This is the part I love. How did he die when he was in 96? Was he in a bad sick with cancer? No. He was surfing. He was surfing when he was 96 years old, and it was a surfing accident. Interesting. Like, I don't know what happened. I guess he was surfing and he fell off the board and another surfboard hit him in the head, or he hit a rock or something. It's said that he died, of course, but he died active. He is out of the waves, surfing in the ocean. And he is 96 years old. Awesome. Or Jack
Awesome. That's
yes.
awesome.
Or Jack LaLanne, another great guy from the United States. In fact, he learned from Paul Breck. He is still alive today. He is 90 years old. He is still super energetic. He exercises constantly. He swims, he runs, he lifts weights. He is wife also. There are both like 90-something years old, and they just so strong and healthy. We can find a lot of people like this actually. And what's really interesting when you compare Paul Breck, Jake LaLanne, these different people in Okinawa in Pakistan, other parts of the world, they have similar things. They are all doing similar things. There are a reason. It's not a roll of dice. Remember this phrase? It's not a roll of the dice. It's not luck. And it's not because of their family members, because Paul Breck's father and mother didn't live really long and really strong. It's something they are doing. So that's what this book is about, Healthy at 100. And one of the things they study in the book is cancer. Why do some people get cancer at high rate and other people very low rate of cancer? Let me read a little section from the book now, and it's about cancer, and it discusses the reasons of one of the biggest reasons, and it's titled Cancer and Animal Foods. Here we go. If the correlation between cancer and animal food consumption is indeed powerful, you would expect many studies to find connection between the two. It turns out there are many. For example, a study of 122,000 female American nurses found that those women who ate meat.
Those women
who ate meat daily were 2.5 times more likely to get colon cancer. That those women who ate meat
those
women, yes, who ate meat less than once a month. In
this situation, it's better to say
in
just
2001, yes, in 2001,
yes, right.
A comprehensive Harvard review of this research on dairy products and prostate cancer found that those who had over the course of their lives consumed the most dairy products had double the rate of prostate cancer and 4 times the rate of metastatic prostate cancer. A high intake of fruits and vegetables, on the other hand, was associated with a lower risk of advanced prostate cancer. Other studies included the famous Physicians' Health Study, have also confirmed a link between dairy product. Yes.
Physicians, but it's better to say here.
Physicians, yes, between dairy product consumption and prostate cancer. And a study of more than 12,000 men found that those who drank soy milk,
Those, the same as
those, yes, those who drank soy milk regularly rather than cow's milk had a whopping yes, 70% reduction in the risk of prostate cancer. Today, men in China who are still eating their traditional plant-based diet without any dairy products have one of the lowest rates of prostate cancer in the world. And no one can say these low rates are due to energetic advantage because Chinese American men living in the United States eating the standard American diet have rates 10 times as high as their genetic counterparts still eating in the traditional way in China.
Okay, let's start talking about this part. So in this part, I understood that the author told us about our maybe just food and meals and stuff like that.
Yes, of course.
Do you think that it's connected to cancer or just the kind of food you eat and something like that?
I'm not a doctor, so it's
but
very,
just your point of view.
Yes, my point of view. I watched a lot of videos about it, so yes, of course, there are some examples and some researches about the cancer that people who
about just cancer.
Yes, about cancer. Who about people who eat a lot of meat, a lot of fried food. They
like McDonald's.
they have more. It's
more risk.
Yes, more risk. Yes, more risk to obtain to get a cancer. So I don't trust it because I like different kinds of fried food. So I hope it's a mistake.
I think that if you eat not too much fried food, it won't be a problem. Just absolutely.
You should mix the different kind of food. For example, one day more vegetables, and for example, one day per week you can allow yourself to eat some.
You can afford.
Yes, you can afford. Yes, you can afford some kind of bad food. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes just once a month or twice a month.
But okay, poor diet is significant bad for people, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. If you eat just too little, it will be a problem for you absolutely in the future, especially with your health. Okay, so let's continue.
Okay, that's a little bit difficult section, a little bit scientific and some long sentences there. Let me just explain what it means. So basically he is taking about a lot of researches related to cancer, and here's what they find, the basic result. The more animal foods you eat, so that means and dairy, the higher risk you for cancer, the higher the rate of cancer. The less you eat, the lower the rate of cancer. So strict vegetarians, which are called
vegetarians,
yes, which are called vegans, have the lowest rate of cancer in the world. People who eat lots and lots of meat and drink a lot of milk and eat a lot of cheese, they have the highest rate of cancer in the world. Interesting. That's one reason I'm a vegetarian, to be honest. And another thing that you find is these people like Paul Bragg, like James Allen, these different people in different parts of the world. They may not be total strict vegetarians. However, they eat very, very, very little meat. They almost never drink milk or dairy product or eat cheese. They are eating a lot of fresh organic vegetables basically. And of course fruits as well. I mean, that's the biggest secret. Yes, you have got to exercise and move your body. That is another part of the book. He talks about the diet is one big factor, but also moving your body and getting a lot of exercise and physical activity, of course. It's important as well. Those two factors are the biggest.
Those.
Those. It's difficult to remember. Those two factors.
Just real practice. Yeah.
Those two factors are the biggest factors in determining how long you will live. how healthy you will be, how strong you will be, how much energy you will have in your body. So, you know, I will never tell people be a vegetarian because it's a personal choice. I think personal choice, yes. I think people need to decide on their own. However, if your goal is to be a very healthy, strong person, live a long time, reduce your risk for cancer, heart disease, and a lot of other things, you should think about it. You should at least reduce your meat and dairy intake a lot. And you know, again, don't just believe me. Maybe it's just crazy AJ. Go look at the scientific research. Get the book Healthy at 100 by Johnny Robbins. There is a lot of other stuff out there. Do your research. Get on the internet if you want and do some research. But I encourage you reduce the amount of fat and meat and cheese and milk and all that stuff. Get it out of your food. Get it out of your diet. Keep it out of your body and start eating a whole lot more vegetables and fruit. Get some real healthy, vital, energetic food into your body. You're going to feel a lot better and you're going to get the same kind of energy that people like Paul Bragg have, that Jack LaLanne has, that Tony Robbins has, that I have. So, it's the end of the story.
Alright, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, it's cool. So what is your opinion about this story? Just we spoke a little bit about just vegetarians and something like that. Do you believe that if you don't eat meat at all, just it will be really useful for you and you will live a long life or something like that? And maybe tell me please about your ways, just how to be healthy all the time. What must you do?
Well, for example, me, I don't eat a lot of fried food, for example. Yes, I try to eat more vegetables to absorb more vitamins. So
vitamins.
Vitamins, yes. And how AJ Hawk has mentioned, you should have some kind of activity. Physical activity.
Physical activities,
yes, because without it, it will be in vain. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
But some sportsmen tell people that 80% of good body. So it's
good shape.
Yes, of the shape. Yes, it's the diet. It's a diet. Yes. But,
yeah, I agree. Yes.
Yes. So, but in my opinion, you should do it 50 to 50%.
Yeah, something like that.
Because 80% is very high, I think.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes.
Okay, did you have any just essays for homework or something like that? I don't remember exactly. It was about discounts, yeah?
Yes.
And where is it now?
I finished, yes. Open the...
This one or that one?
No, yes. Open this, yes. And open the link, yes. Open the link.
Окей. Давайте посмотрим ваше эссе, что у вас здесь получилось. Так, сейчас.
Just goes out.
You can read it.
Okay. What is the discount? It is an attractive thing for every person who likes shopping very much. Product type can be different: clothes, technical equipment, periphery, essential product as well. Decreasing of the price is always wonderful event for a visitor or a store. It seems to have advantages only for customers, but it's not like that. Sometimes big stores, supermarkets, hypermarkets have redundancy of some kinds.
Hypermarkets,
yes. Have redundancy of some kinds of goods.
Redundancy.
Redundancy. Okay, redundancy.
Like reduced prices, for example, yes.
Yes.
Redundancy.
Redundancy.
Yeah, redundancy. Yes, something like that. Yes, it sounds strange sometimes.
Of some kinds of goods. Goods in the warehouse. Says people can think that it's not a problem because in the future these goods because in the future these goods will be realized in any case, but that is not so. Stores are needed in other product for the selling, or for selling without article.
For selling is better to say
Yes.
here in this situation.
Can
Yes,
you
sure.
correct?
Me? 1 second, I'll try.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
What would happen if the
A warehouse.
if the warehouse contained goods like goods yes
Goods.
I missed yes like soap, shampoo, etc. without product like milk, bread, etc. If the store couldn't provide essential goods for a client, it would lose a lot of profit and get big charges. Purchase department doesn't know where to store new products. Supplies have been already planned. Delivery conditions have been arranged. Yes.
Mhm.
Canceling of current deliveries is big charge for buyer. Oh,
For
sorry, not for buyers.
Buyers, maybe.
Not for
What?
buyers, for stores.
For stores or
Yes.
sellers, you can say as well.
Yes, for sellers. Sellers. To extend the warehouses is not an exit. It's better to get rid of product excess in this place. Sell or discount is a good way to realize all the products as soon as possible. 30%, 40%, 50%, these numbers immediately catch the eye of a customer. And she takes goods in extra quantity. Extra goods are realized, stocks are free, deliveries can be continued. For example, I often take some goods when I see yellow or red prices. Even these goods are not necessary for me at this moment. By wish of economy makes me purchase it. In any case, this product will be used by myself. But there are negative sides. Black Friday, for example, is usually a good day for a customer.
For customers, you can say,
For
or a
customers,
customer.
for
Yeah.
customers, yes, that they can purchase a perfect thing for the lowest price. Sometimes discounts can reach 90%. Yes. In such days, there are a lot of visitors in the store, and in order to buy a desired thing, sometimes you should fight with another buyer for this product. These days, demand exceeds offer very much.
Okay, it's cool. Yes, I think it's a good essay. So we'll continue. I think so. Let's remember some phrases with the help of them. Just you start conversation with people or something like that. Just you remember, like, what's up? What is the answer to this?
Not much.
Please.
Not much.
Not much, or 1 second.
Not much and nothing much.
Nothing much is
Yes,
better to
nothing
say.
much, yes.
Yes, or not much.
Not much, yes.
So, and you can ask you,
You? Yes.
and the answer.
Nothing much too.
1 second. Nothing much too. Nothing much, and after that, what will you say?
I think it's the end of the conversation.
No, it's better to say just you start a conversation, for example. Hey, what's up? Nothing much. You?
Nothing much.
Nothing much. I just
Sitting
from the store.
on my chair.
Yeah, or just you did something before. Or something. Yeah, just I can get back from the store. I bought a lot of different products, or just I bought a new book, and I'm gonna read it, for example, in the future. Okay, it's cool. What else? What's up? Do you know this phrase? What's cracking?
What's cracking? Yes, it's the same of.
It's the same
kind of informal speech.
Yeah, the same as what's up, for example. What's cracking and what's going on?
What's going on? Yes, what's going on?
Yeah, okay, it's cool. So the next one is just
how are you doing? How you doing? It's okay.
How are you doing? You can say
Yes,
just
how are you doing?
how are you doing? And the answer?
No, I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
I'm doing good. It's informal.
Yes, informal.
And I'm doing well is formal.
Yes.
Doing well. But it's preferable to use I'm doing good. I think just how are you doing? It's more preferable to use in informal speech.
No, yes.
Yeah, like, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
It will be
What
the
about
best
you?
answer.
Yeah, the best one. What else? What do you remember?
How are you? How it's going? How it's going?
How are you? Yes.
Yes,
And
how are
how's
you?
it going, for example? How's it going? And what is the answer?
How it's going?
Yeah.
How it's going? It's going well.
It's going good. It's a
It's
formal
going
speech.
good,
Yes.
yes.
It's going well. You can say just in formal speech.
Yes,
Yes, it's preferable.
Mhm.
How's it going? Oh, it's going good. What about you? Not the same. Okay, what else?
About informal or formal speech?
Oh, just how have you been? Do you remember this?
But yes. How have you been? It's a kind of formal, or it's suitable for both cases.
Yes, but when do we try to use it? What situations? Do you
Yes, I remember. For example, if you don't see
Haven't haven't-
if you haven't seen person, for example, 1 week.
For a long time, yes. For
Yes,
1
for
week,
long
for
time.
example.
Mhm,
Yes.
yes.
Long time ago, yes. How have you been? And I've been perfect. I've been good. Yes, I've been well. Yes, I've been perfect, for example. 1 second. Not perfect, perfect. Okay, so what else? How are things with you?
Yes. How things with the
Things,
things.
Things.
Things. Yes.
Yes,
The
it's
things are
very-
good. For example, the answer.
It's a very alternative question because you can say just, how are things with your job? How are things with your car? Have you repaired it or not? Have you fixed it? Something like that. And you just answer, things are
Well,
great, for example.
great. Yes.
Oh, just, how are things with your dog? Oh, things are great. Just, or something like that. Okay, I think that's it. So what about just farewells? When you say goodbye, just, what is better to say it first? Do you remember?
If you could after goodbye.
No, just, I mean, just, for example, you gotta go somewhere. And you want to finish your conversation with somebody. And what will you say in this situation?
Goodbye. See you next time.
Just at first, you must say sorry. Absolutely. If you say just goodbye, it will be very rude to a person. Yes, he'll be very upset or something like that. Sorry, I gotta go.
I gotta go. Yes.
Sorry, I gotta go. Just I
See you next
gotta
time, for example.
run some errands, for example. And the answer is just, oh, just no problem.
That's all right, for example.
Yeah, no problem. That's all right. Yes, something like that. And the next one is, see you.
See you next time.
Example on Monday, for example. Yeah, just see you later. See you on Monday. See you next time, or something like that. So have a nice day. And what is the answer?
Thank you, you too.
Oh no, just have a good one.
Have a good one. Yes.
You have a good one. You can write it down if you want.
Yes.
It's a new information for you, I think so. And the next is bye. Bye. Yeah, sorry, I gotta go. Get her some errands. Oh, no problem. See you on Monday. Have a nice day. Have a good one. То есть мы используем have a nice day, как бы во втором случае, с другими словами, для того, чтобы избежать лексического повтора, тавтологии так называемой. И мы, соответственно, вместо nice good говорим и вместо day one. Знаете, что one — местоимение, которое может заменять наше предыдущее существительное. Are you ready?
Yes. I wrote it down.
Okay, do you remember anything about just ain't or something like that? What is that?
And it's the same like are not, is not, I'm not.
Yeah,
Yes,
is
are
not.
not is not. Am not.
Not. Yes, and
And it.
have not,
Have not.
and
Yes.
has not. The same. Like I ain't got no money.
Mhm.
Like a double negative construction. You remember, it's only informal speech.
Mhm.
I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange. I think so. Okay, we'll continue. Maybe we'll try to work with your job interview. I mean,
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. We can do it.
so just remember that you're a programmer or something like that. Just
No,
okay.
it's not a programmer. Not a programmer.
Not just marketing.
Yes. No, like
Yes.
a sales specialist. It's better.
Okay,
to
let's
say.
start. So the first question is just okay. Tell me, please, what's your name?
My name is Ivan.
How old are you?
I'm 24. I'm 24. Yes.
Years old. Is better to
Yes,
say, yeah.
old. Yes.
So what do you do?
What specifically do you want to know about me?
Just about maybe do you work or maybe you study somewhere now?
Yes, I work now. I'm a business development manager in some company. This company, this company provides some services for logistics companies.
Why did you decide to change your job? What is the reason?
Because now I work in company who works with
Which works?
which works with domestic companies only in Belarus, only with regional customers, and I would like to receive some foreign experience with foreign companies with foreign clients. For example, in Europe and America.
Europe,
Europe,
Europe
yes,
is better.
Europe, America, and other countries.
Okay, makes sense. Do you have any previous experience in just marketing besides this company? Maybe before you worked somewhere or something like that.
Yes, of course. I had an experience in the company, who worked
Which
which worked with international companies. There were a lot of partners in Europe, in America. We communicated with them, and my previous company was a representative in our Belarusian market.
market, yes,
Market.
on
So,
our Belarusian
yes,
market.
Yes. So we promoted their goods in our market.
Ah, it's cool. So, and did you study anywhere before? Just university or
Of course,
college or
of course. When I worked at my first company,
in my first company? Yeah.
yes, I was studying at the time, and recently I graduated from Belarusian State University Informatics and Radio Electronics.
Okay, makes sense. So, why did you decide to choose this profession?
Because because I like to communicate with people.
Like to communicate with people?
Yes, like to communicate with people, like to close deals with clients, to help clients to
Close
solve
cases is better to say. Yeah.
Yes, to solve their problems in something, for example.
So, and why did you decide to choose our company? Not our competitors, for example, just our company, I mean.
Because I because I heard a lot of good feedback about your company. Also, some of my friends worked in
Some of my friends.
Work in your company. So I decided to apply for a job in your company.
Okay, so how long have you been studying English?
I have been studying English for 5 months with a tutor, and an experience 2 years ago with some English courses.
Okay, makes sense. And have you ever tried to speak with native speakers from the USA or Canada or Great Britain, maybe?
Yes, of course. I spoke with Canadian people when I was in Canada in my childhood. Also, I spoke with some partners from America when I worked in the first my company.
In my first company, I mean,
yes,
yeah.
in my first company. So I have an experience with communication with Americans.
Which is more difficult for you to understand, American English or maybe British one?
I think it's more difficult to understand British.
British, yeah. Hello, how are you?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
something
because
like that.
they have a strange accent.
Specific pronunciation,
Specific pronunciation, and sometimes it's too difficult to understand.
Yeah, you remember like bottle of water will be just bowl water.
Yes.
That's something like that. Yes, you're right.
They eat some words, for example.
Yeah, right. Absolutely agree with you. So, and how do you try to improve your English skills? For example, what do you do for that? Maybe you watch different videos or movies, just listen to music, read different books, maybe.
Yes, I read different books in English, some stories, some novels in English. Also, I watch movies in English, and recently I started listen to AJ.
Started listening.
Started listening to AJ Hawk audios. It's
audios.
Yes. It's English. He is a English teacher, a very good English teacher.
Tutor, yes.
Tutor, yes, and he gives a lot of very good pieces of advice.
Yeah, pieces of advice, right? Okay, it's cool. So one more specific question, maybe it's about your job or it's about your specialization. Just tell me, please, how do you try to improve your skills in your profession, just in marketing, I mean?
So I visit some professional courses, read some business books about sales, about marketing. For example, recently I read some books in this
about marketing.
About marketing, yes, about this.
Or
field.
On marketing, it's like a professional book is books
yes.
on marketing. Okay, tell me please about your good and bad character traits. Just some good ones and some bad ones as well.
So the good one, in my opinion, that is I'm an ambitious person. So I like new tasks. I very like to.
Oh no, I very like it's not preferable.
Sorry, I like to find out something new in the field of my work. So the bad one is I'm a perfectionist. So I like when my tasks are completely done. So sometimes I should work at home to finish.
To spend extra time.
To spend extra time at my home to finish the
task, for example. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, it's cool. So, and how do you see yourself in 5 years in your life? Maybe it's the last question.
I see. I want to be a good specialist in this field, become a senior specialist to help my colleagues in this field, give them some pieces of advice, and I think that's all.
Okay, makes sense, it's cool. Хорошо, давайте поработаем немножко с аудированием, наверное. Значит, have you read a story about just a man who was a broker, his profession was, and he just tried to find one girl?
No, I don't remember the story.
Okay, so there are some main characters in the story. The first one is just Harley. His name is Hartley. 1 second. Yes, his name is Hartley. Vivian, it's a girl. You can write it down if you want. It will be easier for you to understand, I think.
Harley и Vivian. Okay.
Harley and Robbins, it's his partner.
Uh-huh.
What else? Townsend, it's another guy.
Townsend.
Yeah, Townsend, it's another guy. And Helen, it's a girl as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll try to start. So on the glass door of the office were the words Robinson Harley Brokers. It was past 5 and the clerks had already gone. The two partners, Robinson Harley, were going to leave the office too. Robbins was 50, Harley 29, serious, good-looking and nervous. A man came in and went up to Harley. "Oh, I found out where she lives," he said in a half-whisper. Harley made a sign of silence to him. When Robbins had to put on his coat and hat and left the office, the detective said, "Here is the address," and gave Harley a piece of paper. There were only a few words on it. Harley took the paper and read, "Vivian Arrington, number 341, East 10th Street." "She moved there a week ago," said the detective. "Now, if you want to know more about her, Mr. Harley, I can try to find out. It will cost you only $7 a day. I can send you a report every day." "Thank you," said the broker, "but it's not necessary. I only wanted her address." "How much will I pay you?" "1 day's work," said the detective. $10 will be enough. So, did you understand this part?
Yes, understood it.
Okay, so we'll continue. Harley paid the man, sent him away, and left the office. He went to find the address written on the paper the detective had given him. It took him about an hour to get to the place. It was a new building of cheap apartments. Harley began to climb the stairs. On the first floor, he saw Vivian standing in an open door. She invited him inside with a bright smile. She put a chair for him near the window and waited. Harley gave her a friendly look. He said to himself that she was a nice girl and dressed in good taste. Vivian was about 21. She was of the Saxon type, like a British type of girl, I think so. Her hair was golden. Her eyes were sea blue. She wore a white blouse and a dark skirt, a costume that looks well on any girl, rich or poor. "Vivian," said Harley, "you didn't answer my last letter. It took me over a week to find your new address. Why did you take no notice of my letter? You knew very well that I wanted very much to see you and talk to you." The girl looked out of the window thoughtfully. "Mr. Harley," she said at last, "I don't know what to say to you. The more I think of your offer, the less I know what to answer you. I understand you are doing it for my happiness. Sometimes I feel that I should say yes, but at the same time, I don't want to make a mistake. I was born in the city, and I'm afraid I won't be happy in the country." "My dear girl," answered Harley, "I've told you many times that my house is located only a little way from the city. I've also promised to give you everything that you want. You'll be able to come to the city, to go to the theaters, and to visit your friends as often as you wish. Do you believe that?" "Yes, of course, I believe you," she said, turning her beautiful eyes on him with a smile. "I know you're a very kind man. The girl that you will get will be a lucky one. I found out all about you when I was at the Montgomerys. It's like they're neighbors or something like that, you know." So, "Oh," cried Harley, "I remember well the evening I first saw you at the Montgomerys. Mrs. Montgomery told me so much about you that evening, and she made no mistake. I will never forget that dinner. Come with me, Vivian. Promise me. I need you so much. You will never be sorry for coming to me. No one will give you a home as good as mine." The girl said nothing. So, did you understand this part?
I skipped some sentences about Mrs. Montgomery. Mrs. Montgomery is the neighbor of Harley. Yes, am I right?
I think that's not a neighbor. Maybe I think that it's his friend. Maybe yes.
And
first time
what
they met.
did she tell to Vivian?
She or he?
Mrs. Montgomery or Mr.
Mrs. Montgomery. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a place. Maybe Mrs. Montgomery is a friend of him. I think so.
Okay. We can continue. Yes.
So, the girl said nothing. Suddenly an idea came into his head. Tell me, Vivian, he asked, looking at her. Is there another? Is there someone else? The girl blushed and answered very quickly. You shouldn't ask that, Mr. Harley. But I'll tell you, there is another, but he has no right. I've promised him nothing. His name? Demanded Harley. Townsend. Refer Townsend, exclaimed Harley angrily. Where did you meet that man? I've done so much for him. How could he? His car has just stopped at the house, said Vivian, looking out of the window. He's coming for his answer. Oh, I don't know what to do. The bell rang. Vivian hurried to open the door. Stay here, said Harley. I'll open the door myself. Townsend was surprised to see Harley. Go back, said Harley. Hello, said Townsend. What's up? What are you doing here, old man? Go back, repeated Harley. The law of the jungle, she is mine. I came here to see her on business, said Townsend bravely. Don't tell me any lies, said Harley. Go back. Townsend left very angry. Harley returned to the girl. Vivian, he said, I need you very much. Stop playing with me. When do you need me? She asked. Now, as soon as you are ready to go. She stood quietly and thought for a short time. Do you think for one moment, she said, that I will enter your house while Helen is there? Harley didn't expect that. At first he didn't know what to say. Then he said bravely, She will have to go. She is making my life miserable. I've never had a peaceful day since she came to my house. But this is the end. You're right, Vivian. Helen must be sent away before I can take you home. She gotta go. I've decided. I'll turn her out. When will you do this? Asked the girl. Tonight, said Harley. I'll send her away tonight. Then, said Vivian, my answer is yes. Come for me when you wish. She looked into his eyes and smiled. Harley was happy, but he was afraid to believe her. Promise me, he said, on your word of honor. On my word of honor, repeated Vivian softly. At the door, he returned and looked at her happily. Tomorrow, he said. Tomorrow, she repeated with a smile. So, did you understand this part?
Yes.
It took Harley an hour and 40 minutes to get to his home in the country. The door was opened by a young woman who kissed him as he came in. Mother's here, she said. She came to dinner, but there is no dinner. Oh, I have something to tell you, said Harley. Some news. What kind of news? Asked the woman. Good or bad news? He whispered something in her ear. Harley's wife screamed. Her mother came running into the hall. His wife screamed again. It was a happy scream, very happy. Oh, mother, she cried. What do you think? Vivian has agreed to come and cook for us. She's the cook that worked for the Montgomerys a whole year. I'm so happy. And now, Bill, dear, you must go to the kitchen and send Helen away. She is drunk again. So this is the end of the story. Did you understand the end?
Can you repeat the end of the story?
So he came to his house or something like that. Just
Yes,
his wife just met him at the door.
Yes. And she told her
something.
Something. Yes, in her ear, in a whisper. Yes.
A whisper. Yeah, right. After that, she screamed, but it was a happy scream, and she said like, "Oh, mother, what do you think? Vivian has agreed. Vivian, that girl, has agreed to come and cook for us. She's the cook, like a profession.
Yes.
That worked for the Montgomerys a whole year. I'm so happy. And now, Bill, dear, you must go to the kitchen and send Helen away. She is drunk again. Like she drank some alcohol or something like that. Yeah, it means that he lied to that girl, maybe." And that girl thought that, what was her name? Helen. Yes, Helen. That Helen was his wife, but it's not so. He just needed a new cook for free, I think, so not for the money. Okay, so let's work with our questions, I think so. How many persons are mentioned in this story?
Wait a second, I will count. them.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, near 7 or 8, I think.
7 or 8, yes.
Yes.
Something like that.
Harley, Vivienne,
And-
Robbins, Dawson, Helen, the mother of Helen,
His wife.
of his wife, yes, and the detective.
The detective.
Detective,
Mhm.
yes, detective. of,
Where did the events take place?
uh,
The first scene,
Mhm.
the second, and the last one.
the first place where there were actions, it was the office of
Mhm.
Harley and his colleague Robbins, and
Yes.
they
Mhm.
met a detective in
A detective.
a detective, yes, in their office, and detective brought some news to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the second.
Yes, the second was the apartment of Vivienne,
Mhm.
and the last was the house of Harley.
Hardy, yes, you're right. So
Hardy?
Hartley,
Hartley,
yes.
yes.
So, how old were the main characters?
Mm,
Hardy and maybe
yes,
his wife.
Harley was
Vivienne.
29.
Mhm.
Vivienne was 21. Robbins was near 15. And that's all, I think.
Yeah, that's it. I think so. What is Vivienne like? I mean, just her appearance. How does she look like?
She looked very nice. So she had golden hair, blue eyes, some black.
Black skirt.
Yes, black skirt. Yes, black skirt and white blouse.
Blues. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so how did he find Vivienne? I mean, just our main character.
He got the address. He got
The information,
from,
the
yes,
address,
the address, the information from the detective. The detective brought him the address of Vivienne. No, so he hardly ordered the service of the detective. No, in order to find Vivienne house.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's cool. So, and how did she receive him? I mean, just was she happy when she saw him, or not? Maybe.
I think she was. She wasn't surprised because
Yeah, she wasn't surprised.
yes,
Yeah, maybe she
because,
expected him.
Yes, she expected him because she offered him the chair, and he said,
Sit down.
"Sit
Yeah.
down, yes, sit down," and they started talking.
Speaking.
Yes.
Or talking, you can say it. So, what did Hardy ask Vivienne to do?
Firstly, yes. Firstly, he asked her why didn't she why hadn't she asked his messages?
Why didn't she answer his
Yes,
messages?
why didn't he answer his messages? Because he couldn't find her a lot of time, so he was nervous and worried
For a
about-
long time, it's better
yes, for a
say.
long time.
And what did he offer her to do?
He offered her to go to the country, to his big house, big house.
Yeah, and just what she happy about this offer, and what disturbed her about this offer, maybe?
She disliked it because she wanted to stay in the big city, and she didn't want to go to the country because there are
She
there
was
were,
born in the
yes,
city, yes,
yes,
and she
she
didn't
was,
like
yes.
to be in the country.
She
yeah,
was born
absolutely.
in city, and she wanted to get some entertainments in the city, but
Yeah, right.
hardly told her that it wasn't a problem because she could
She could go anywhere, yeah?
she could go anywhere. She could use a car or another types of
Yeah,
vehicles.
she could meet her friends, for example. Yeah, right. Who interrupted their conversation?
Yes.
Who was it?
Yes, understood your question. They started speaking about some man, and they saw the man, this man. I mean, it was Townsend.
Townsend.
Townsend, yes, Townsend. He was the second man of Vivian, and Hartley was surprised when he saw Townsend. I mean.
Yeah, he was surprised when he has
Yes.
seen this person. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so and how did he meet him?
What? Can you repeat?
How did he meet him? Was he happy to see him or not?
No, he wasn't happy. He asked him, what were you doing here?
Yeah, like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here? Yes, and Townsend tried to lie to Hartley, and he told him that he came for business, discuss some business affairs.
He had come for
Yes,
business.
he had come to discuss some business affairs, and Hartley told him, "Don't lie me."
Don't lie to me. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the next question is, what did Vivian promise Hartley, and what did Hartley promise Vivian? After the situation, so Townsend left this place.
Yes.
They started speaking again.
Townsend left the place, and Vivian promised Hartley to come to his home.
Yeah, to come to his home. Yes, right.
Yes. And
So, and tell me please about the last situation at Hartley's home. Just what happened there, and different things like this.
Yes, he came home, and he told his wife. He knocked the door. Some woman opened the door. She was his wife, as I understand. And Hartley told her in a whisper some words that and his wife was screaming.
Yes.
He had happy screaming, and she called her mother. And she told that Helen can.
She said that.
She said yes. She said that Helen could go home, something like that, and Hartley invited new nurse, or not nurse, new servant.
Cook.
Yes, new cook. Yes, new cook for us.
Yeah, for them. Okay, it's cool. Хорошо, давайте проводим немножко с тестом, на предлоге повторим, что у нас там было. Также всегда 25 вопросов. Давайте вспомним.
He insisted on going there.
Что ставим?
On.
Хорошо, дальше.
This book has been translated into Russian. Третье, да. She is tired of waking up very early every day.
Okay.
What are you doing? I'm looking for my watch. Я ищу свои часы. Это последнее. Мгм. Она унаследовала это. She takes after. Скажи. Да. Let's go for a walk. Sorry, I got to go to the store. Это первое. Hold on, please. Задержитесь. I'm looking forward to going to Los Angeles. Я с нетерпением.
This one?
Да.
Хорошо, дальше.
Have you ever been to San Francisco? No, I was in San Diego 2 years ago. Это последнее. Where is she? She is in the kitchen. She is making breakfast for us. Это первое. Last year he suffered a lot. From. I'm waiting for the train right now. Да.
For, да?
Да, точно. Mrs. Smith. Последнее. Those guys had done that work. Так, здесь by, кажись. Да, первое.
Из-за
из-за present perfect, да.
Не present, только past.
Ой, past, да. My sister has been working here since 2015. Последнее. What do you wanna eat? For lunch. Tom went into the house through the window because he had forgotten. Третье, да. Он влез в окно. Влез в дом. Через окно. When I was cleaning my apartment, I came.
Я натолкнулся на
Да,
мои
я
старые
понял, я
фотографии.
натолкнулся, да, на мои эти. Когда я чистил, натолкнулся на фотки под этим. Ну, подходит только последнее. Последнее, да?
Да, came across.
My neighbor woke me. Woke me up. Это третье. She was angry because I had broken her phone. She was angry with me. James good at politics. He is fond of reading books. Первое. He broke my pen by accident. She took a book. Took out of. My girlfriend is afraid. My girlfriend is afraid for me because I'm not interested in any sports and I like going. Так, секундочку. Так, for me. Ну здесь подходит только это.
Какое?
Третье.
Третье.
Да.
Хорошо, да, отлично, все правильно. Так, ну осталась последняя тема, которую мы по грамматике еще не прошли, это у нас модальные глаголы. Так что можем немножко начать сейчас их выполнять, как раз посмотрим. Значит, у нас в учебнике это будет, сейчас скажем, что? Как раз после условных предложений. Значит, для начала мы смотрим can и его похожую форму may. Рассмотрим их сначала. Значит, can у нас это настоящее время. Как мы построим прошедшее?
I could do it.
Could. Хорошо. Да. Будущее?
I will be able to do it.
То есть у нас, соответственно, вместо can используется совсем другой глагол, это у нас to be able to, который имеет определенные свои формы, скажем так. То есть у нас to be able to может меняться в настоящем на, например, там is able to и так далее и тому подобное. В прошедшем was able, например, и будущее will be able. Соответственно, я могу это сделать I can do it. Я мог это сделать I could do it. И я смогу это сделать I will be able to do it. Как мы отрицание построим?
Какое время? I can't do it. I
can't do it. I couldn't do it.
I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I won't be able to do it.
Да, еще можно, например, такое, допустим, he is able to do it. Или, допустим, he was able to do it. Мне так просто интереснее будет. Отрицание может быть he wasn't able to do it. Такой вариант отрицания может быть. И также может быть he was unable to do it. То есть два варианта.
То есть можно мы couldn't можем просто заменить на вот это was unable.
Ну да, но более типично использовать could все-таки. Ну, когда he was unable to do it because he was busy. Значит, у нас есть также и may, что является по переводу то же самое, что и can. Только по переводу. Какая у меня будет прошедшая форма?
Might.
Might. Будущее?
Наверное, тоже be able.
Нет, будет may тоже как будущее. Она будет выражать будущее.
Понял. А разница, можно узнать?
Между чем?
Между might и can вообще.
Между may и can, конечно.
Между may и can, да.
Значит, can это у нас больше идет как физическая и умственная способность сделать что-либо. Например, I can do it. То есть я могу это сделать, то есть у меня есть навыки. Например, I can swim. Я могу плавать. То есть я это умею делать. I can do this exercise. Я могу сделать это упражнение, допустим. То есть у меня есть умственная способность его сделать. May же выражает в основном вероятность разрешения. Например, I may do it. Грубо говоря, мне можно это сделать. То есть мне разрешили. Например, mother says I may go for a walk. То есть мама говорит, что я могу идти гулять. То есть, например, I have done my homework and mother says I may go for a walk. То есть мне разрешили.
То есть, если, например, лежит ручка там или карандаш на столе, надо спрашивать обязательно не can I take it, а may I take it.
Лучше, да, may I take it. Лучше всего так. То есть... Да, то, что can I take it, такое ощущение, что спрашивается, есть ли у меня способность ее взять.
Интересно, да.
Что-то в этом роде. May I take it будет лучше. То есть, как мы спрашиваем, можно ли я это возьму. Ну, а мы спрашиваем, can I help you? Потому что мы не спрашиваем человека разрешения, можно ли ему помочь, а мы спрашиваем, компетентны ли мы в той или иной ситуации, что помочь ему. Есть у нас способности ему помочь в какой-то ситуации, допустим. Can I help you? То же
я
самое
понял.
мы говорим may I ask you, например, там, могу ли я вас спросить? То есть мы спрашиваем разрешение.
Мгм.
Чтобы не прерывать человека,
То
лучше
есть
всего
can I ask
спрашивать.
you тоже, типа, это все-таки,
Can I ask you немножко нетипично, да, лучше всего may I ask you. Конечно, часто это путают друг с другом.
Мгм.
Не является супер грубой ошибкой, но лучше всего соблюдать так, как оно есть. Can I help you также может заменяться на could I help you. Это типа очень вежливое обращение.
Кстати, да, я вот видел, кут обычно вот пишут, это получается вежливое обращение, типа, имеется в
Yeah,
виду,
да.
да?
Could you help me, please? Например, там, то есть не могли бы вы мне помочь, пожалуйста? Ну, также можно и can you help me, please?
Мгм.
Главное, чтобы please присутствовал в предложении, скажем так.
Да.
То есть это основная разница между can и may. May, точнее. Can у нас выражает физическую или умственную способность что-то делать.
Мгм.
May это у нас
Разрешение,
вероятность или разрешение. То же самое можно сказать it may rain tonight.
Мгм.
То есть, может быть, пойдет дождь вечером. Вероятность.
Мгм.
Так, хорошо. Значит, посмотрим немножко. Давайте все-таки еще вернемся к нашему условным предложениям. Все-таки
Ага.
сейчас посмотрим, где мы там остановились. Мгм. Так, условный можно сделать здесь. 91-е домашнее, 92-е тоже.
Мгм.
291, 292. Так, по текстам сейчас посмотрим, что можно здесь взять. Ну, давайте следующий one main text.
Мгм. А может литературное уже что-нибудь почитаем?
Читали ли мы текст про мужчину, который там притворялся, что он там суицид хотел совершить? Сейчас скажу, что за оно. Death Wish.
О, нет, такого не было.
Секунду, загрузить сейчас.
Желание смерти, типа, да.
Очень интересная история, такая детективная, скажем так, с очень unpredictable ending. Так что можно будет ее
да.
посмотреть.
Ну, я тогда записал.
Сейчас он немножко подгрузит. Она здесь не сильно большая, 4 страницы, из которых на одной из них будет картинка еще на полстраницы. Поэтому даже 3 страницы, скажем так. Тогда Эйджи Хога посмотрим в следующий раз. Так, ну и сочинение, эссе. Например, как современные технологии упрощают нашу жизнь, скажем так.
Modern technologies какие-то.
Yes. Different advantages, maybe disadvantages as well. Yes, as you want. Okay, so we will try to continue. So this one is for now. Тоже можем
мы его
сначала.
не делали случайно? Вот этот?
Grown in Spain. Do you remember this?
No, Gronin нет.
No, we didn't do this.
Окей. Так, я должен идти к дантисту, потому что у меня зубная боль.
Я пойду к дантисту, да.
Да, я пойду к дантисту.
Как мы можем перефразировать на русский язык?
Ну, если бы у меня была зубная боль, я бы пошел к дантисту.
Если бы у меня не было, я бы не пошел.
Да, если бы у меня не было, я бы не пошел, как имеется в виду. То я понял. То есть это здесь у нас смешанное, да, будет, скорее всего?
Нет, почему? Я бы
Или
здесь
можно
поставил все-таки как второй тип.
Да, ну я понял, хорошо. Если бы не было боли, я бы пошел к дантисту.
Я бы не пошел, если бы не было боли.
If I didn't have a toothache, I would go to the dentist.
I wouldn't go.
Если бы была боль, я бы не пошел.
Секунду, если бы не было боли, я бы не пошел к дантисту.
Все, да, я перепутал. If I didn't have a toothache, I wouldn't go to the dentist. Yes.
Okay, number 2.
He is going in pain now because he didn't go to the dentist to have his tooth filled.
То есть он
Получается, он сейчас страдает от боли.
стонет от боли, да?
Стонет от боли, потому что он не залечил. Получается.
Что за тип поставим здесь?
Здесь смешанный уже.
Смешанный, правильно.
Если, получается, если бы он бы не залечил зубы раньше, если бы он бы залечил зубы раньше,
он бы сейчас не
болел.
не стонал бы, да.
Получается, if he had done,
If he had gone to
if he had gone to the dentist,
is better.
if he had gone to the dentist to have his tooth filled, he wouldn't groan with pain now.
Либо wouldn't be grown in.
Yes.
Okay, number 3.
She doesn't go to the clinic because she doesn't need any treatment. Она не идет в клинику, потому что она не нуждается ни в лечении. Так, получается, если бы она нуждалась в клинике, она бы...
Если бы она нуждалась в лечении.
Да, если бы она нуждалась в лечении, она бы пошла в клинику. If she needed any treatment, if she needed any treatment, she would go to the clinic.
Okay, number 4.
Rehearsal. Что такое rehearsal?
Rehearsal — это репетиция.
Отлично. Я не пойду. Так, то есть я не пойду смотреть представление, так как я присутствовал на репетиции. Если присутствовал на репетиции, я бы пошел, да.
Если бы не присутствовал, да, я бы пошел.
Да, если бы не присутствовал. If I hadn't been at the dress rehearsal.
Или hadn't been present at the dress rehearsal. Present, точнее.
Yes. If I hadn't presented. Am I right?
Hadn't been present.
If I hadn't been at present. Been present?
Да, hadn't been present.
Okay. If I hadn't been present at the dress rehearsal, I would have gone to see the play.
I would go, я думаю, это смешанный тип.
Смешанный, I would go to see the play. He went to Moscow specially to hear this famous singer because he is fond of him. Он поехал в Москву специально послушать его певца, потому что он ему нравится. Он бы...
То есть, если бы он не любил бы этого певца, он бы не поехал бы в Москву в прошлом, да.
If he didn't...
If he
wasn't...
if he weren't...
Yes, if he weren't fond of famous singer, of this
famous singer.
Yes, this famous singer, he wouldn't have gone to Moscow specially to hear him.
Okay, number 6.
Maybe we want to repair to have because we were not thirsty. Мы не пошли в кафетерий выпить лимонаду, потому что мы не были этими жаждами.
У нас не было жажды.
Да, жаждами. Если бы у нас была жажда, мы бы... если бы мы не были...
Если бы у нас была жажда,
мы бы пошли, да. If we had been thirsty, we would have gone to the cafeteria to have a glass of lemonade. She couldn't manage her glass because she had no needle. Она не могла зашить, да? Я правильно понимаю?
Она не могла, починить, как мэн да, свое платье.
Не было иголки,
да.
Если бы у нее была иголка, она бы починила свое платье.
What type is it?
It's I don't remember the number, but
The
I can
third
tell
type.
you.
Mhm.
If she had needle, a
Mhm.
needle.
A needle.
Yes. If she had a needle, she would have mended her dress.
Yes, or could. Mhm.
He is not first-class sportsman now because he didn't train enough last year. Ну вот это смешанное, наверное, будет. скорее
Mhm.
всего.
Yes.
Didn't train enough last year. Мгм. Если бы он тренировался достаточно в прошлом году, он бы был бы сейчас первоклассным спортсменом.
Yeah, right.
Получается,
Mhm.
if he had trained enough last year,
Mhm.
he would be a first-class sportsman now.
Mhm.
The students were active because they wanted to understand the difficult material. Если бы они бы
То
хотели...
есть, если бы они
Да.
бы не хотели понять материал, они бы не были такими
Да,
активными.
да. Мгм. If they hadn't been
Hadn't wanted. Просто.
yes, if they hadn't wanted to understand this difficult material,
Мгм.
they wouldn't been
Wouldn't have been. Прошедшем году.
wouldn't have been very active. Active, yes.
Oh, so active, maybe.
So
Мгм.
active.
Okay.
The students didn't understand the homework because they were active. Получается, if they had been inattentive,
If they hadn't been inattentive,
if they hadn't been inattentive, they wouldn't.
нет, they would.
Yes, they would have understood the problem.
Мгм. Хорошо, 11.
Work hard and did well in the exams. Если бы они работали хорошо, они бы не сдали так хорошо экзамен, да? То есть, как так.
Если бы они
если
не
бы они
работали,
не
так
работали,
усердно,
да, они бы не
сдали.
написали.
Мгм.
If the students hadn't worked hard, they wouldn't have done well their exams.
Мгм. Последнее.
She won't try to enter the final department because she has good five languages. Она не будет пробовать поступить в департамент, ну, в отдел иностранных языков, потому что она не хороша в английском. Если бы она была хороша в английском, она бы поступила.
Мгм.
If she were good at foreign languages, she would try to enter the foreign languages department.
Хорошо. Так, ну домашнее будет то, что я записал, то есть Death Wish, 2 упражнения и сочинение, essay.